This video contains strong language not suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
You've never seen Step Brothers?
No.
Bro.
You know where I know John C. Reilly from? The movie version of Chicago. Oh, because John C. Reilly singing Mr. Cellophane is stuck in my head at a formative age. So, hi everybody. Welcome back to another week, another exciting episode, hopefully exciting. It will be an episode no matter what we make it. But another hopefully exciting episode of 5% Chance of Disaster. This week, there's a 5% chance that my shirt here that says Reduce, Reuse, Reanimate has nothing to do with what's going to happen. Mostly looking at you, Mike. So, last week, somebody want to recap? Me to recap. What are you feeling?
I played an accordion in hell.
That's it. That's the summary.
It's fitting. Today my shirt says "Down with my demons."
We saw a Nautilus, I think it was called, that is an angel that had its wings chopped off.
No.
Planetar?
Planetar, Nautilus.
That's the one.
We found out Dancer is an Oni.
Ah, yeah, I forgot about that.
You all got to meet Dancer.
Dancer.
Yeah, it was
She's a
creepy.
good dancer. She's a good
Yeah.
dancer.
I danced with an Oni.
Yep. With the shadow representation of an Oni.
That just makes it creepier.
We also stole some glassware. Or
Yes,
someone
some
did.
glassware was stolen by
Yes.
some unnamed individuals.
Evelyn
'cause you-
had some great advice and then didn't finish it.
I think we have 4. Yeah, I gave Robbie 3 and I have 1.
Yeah, there's a lot of glassware. But yeah, y'all went to hell for a little light music, and returned successfully, alive, intact, and no one made a deal with any demons. Probably.
That you know of.
Robbie was down there for 6 months, and to you, he'd been gone for maybe a few hours.
That means how long were we down there then?
Seconds? Minutes?
so-
Find out.
Yeah, you guys went down, met Auntie, who is a Duchess of Hell, who runs a very nice little duchy, very nice little corner of things, very genteel lady until you piss her off, which seemed to be what was happening when that Planetar rolled in asking for where his invitation was. And then y'all scurried away. You were all brought back to the Bob and Bobber, where you had all been gussied up for the party. And I believe you guys were making your way back to the Twist and Shout.
Did I get to keep? Did we get to keep our clothes?
Yes.
So I have flaming
Sweet.
pants.
Yes.
Nice.
Do they still work? Do I have to change the batteries or anything?
There's no batteries in these. You do
Solar
look
powered.
like you're on fire. You do look like you're in flaming pants.
Okay.
As long as you're wearing those pants, you will be at disadvantage on stealth checks because you are on fire.
Fancy pants.
Alright.
Hey, you're a free torch, though.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
You just light up.
Uh huh.
Show of hands. Who can't see in the dark anymore? Oh, okay.
You know, I was worried about having to provide a light source. And
Wait,
no, I'm
why-
not.
Why wouldn't they be able
I
to
mean,
see?
I've got a glowing sword.
So
We don't have dark vision,
hygiene.
Kendrick.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Also,
Well,
I just
now I
forced
can't-
myself to eat a piece of broccoli, and I'm not happy about it. I didn't like it.
Salt, garlic, a little bit of butter.
A little bit of soy sauce. You want to feel oriental about it.
There you go.
We
Anyway,
just dump red pepper.
so
Yeah, there you go.
we'll pick up with you guys making your way back to the inn. You guys left. What time did you all leave?
The morning.
It was late.
No.
It was in midday.
was-
It was.
It was
was
like
Probably about
midday.
4 o'clock.
It was like dinner
Was it
time.
4?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Josh
You guys did
started
a lot
drinking
of-
at 10.
Oh, yeah. You guys all got back and yeah.
Y'all did a lot
yeah,
of adventuring.
It was
during-
4 or 5 p.m.
So yeah, you guys left. You guys left at 4 or 5. You guys are getting back. It's about 7. Which is on par, if a little bit sooner than you left the party in hell at Auntie's estate. You did not suffer the same time dilation effects that Robbie did. However, you also don't have his suddenly gained proficiency in accordion.
I know. Rats.
So,
Okay.
night.
6 months, okay?
Rats is kind of funny because rats, you know.
Big ones. Because I asked you guys to think about. Actually, let's skip all that. That's dumb. So we can pick up going back right to the twist and shout. You guys are coming back. What did I just say? I'm very tired,
7.
so I will be at 7 o'clock.
Did we
So, like,
teleport back to the shop where we got the clothes?
Yep,
That's where we
you guys
out of,
came
right?
back through the Bobbin.
Yes.
Bobbin Bobber.
The Boylan Bobbin.
Where an older gentleman, Robbie, who you're meeting for the very first time. I believe he commented on your coat as you were leaving.
I believe I told him we should make a deal sometime.
Yes, because that's where we ended the episode, because that's disconcerting. So you guys are moseying your way back to the twist and shout, and you're seeing as you're walking there, the city is kind of returned to normal, for like the normal day in day out crowds. The rain has since abated, and it's turning into a pretty clear evening. People are out at some of the taverns. They're a little warier, or not wary. They seem a little more cooperative, a little more unified than they've been the last couple of days. Having 2 major explosions in your city will do that to you.
Does it look like they like my pants?
Um,
Do I have to
You're
roll
getting-
it if they like my pants?
no, they have to roll that. You're getting a lot of a few thrown looks your way.
Nice.
Because it kind of looks like in the dark, it just looks like you're wearing like flaming anklets. Like think like a hula dancer, except the fire's on his ankles instead of on the stick.
Okay.
And you're getting a couple of jeers from some people being like, "Hey, your pants are on fire! What's this guy doing? He's an idiot!" As you are all herding your way into towards your inn.
Thalia throws up in the bushes right outside the twist and shout.
Keelik is standing on the porch as he saw you guys approaching and threw open the door, and sees Thalia vomiting. He goes, "Okay, how'd it go?"
Thought it went well.
I'm just gonna be like, are you good, Thalia?
Fine, we're good. Just stressed.
Real quick, for clarification, my coat is now literally half black, half white, like an Othello tile.
Yes. Yeah, it is no longer just dark and grubby. It is a like obsidian jet black.
I think things went rather well.
Robbie can play the accordion now. It's quite good.
Oh, it is on my back. Like now, I am wearing it like a backpack. Like because full size accordions have those straps to wear it that way. That is where it is now.
Oh, okay. All right, okay. I'm glad you had a good time and you're all here. Good. All right. He's kind of just goes. He leaves the door open and goes in, and Adam is back at the bar. It's just Adam and Keelik in the bar at this point.
Robbie, I want to learn accordion.
You would like one?
I want to learn. You were really good.
I believe I can teach you.
I like that.
I will be awake 2 hours before everybody except for Lythar every morning. We can do lessons then if you would like.
We'll figure out once we deal with the door. And the
We still
dragon.
have we still
all
have a
that.
dragon to... Excellent.
Chris, you were Ronan, you were saying something.
I want to get 2 drinks from Adam.
Oh, anything in particular, or just
Something,
drinks?
something strong.
And he reaches over and grabs a familiar purple bottle.
Maybe not that strong.
Slips it under the bar. Pulls out he pulls out a very dusty black bottle. Blows the dust off and goes, pop, like looks at you and goes, "Are they both for you?"
Maybe.
Half measure then. And he grabs 2 glasses and pours, and it looks almost solid. It is a very like thick liquor that as it hits, it just kind of like and just is like kind of just sitting there. And as it starts to sit, it looks like heat is coming off the top of this thing. And then he pours the second one, and they're just both sitting there quietly, just like with these shimmering waves above them in the air.
Ew.
He goes, "That's the strongest I have that won't kill you." Puts the bottle back under the bar. Slides the glasses to you across the bar.
Thank you. What do I owe you for this?
Those?
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody drinks it. You can have them.
Oh, well, thank you. And I'll give him a gold just for his troubles.
Are you just sliding it across the bar, leaving it there?
I'll leave it on the bar.
Okay. As you guys are, Ronan, as you're handing this, you notice that he doesn't have that same flair that he normally has at this time of night. He's moving slower than he has previously, and like when he goes to pick up the coin, you see his hands shaking a little bit as he goes to pick it up, put it in his bag.
Adam, are you feeling okay?
If I'm being honest, not great.
What's wrong?
A couple of things. Evelyn, do you mind taking over the bar? I'm not feeling well tonight. And Evelyn like kind of does that Dukes of Hazzard thing where she like slides over, like she just throws her legs over and slides over the bar, and she is there and has her arm around him and is taking some of his weight. She's like, it's okay, come on, let's get you upstairs. Do I need to send for the doctor? He goes, no, it's fine, it's just a little early today, that's all. She goes, okay, we'll get you taken care of. And she very deftly, it looks like something that they've done a time or two before. She carries him upstairs, shuts the door, and she comes down. And as she's coming down, she grabs an apron from behind the bar and puts it on. She goes, we'll just have to keep it down so Adam can get some rest, and I'll be your bartender this evening.
Dope.
Mike, you were muted, I believe.
Dope.
That's what I thought you said. I just didn't see it. So yeah, anything you guys want to do this evening?
I'm not gonna drink anything. Is it dark yet?
It is getting dark. It's like approaching. You're probably 30 minutes from twilight and probably an hour or so to true night.
Is the moon visible yet? Free nighttime.
Yes.
Can I take a peek at it?
Yes.
I take a peek at it.
What are you looking for?
What shape is it? What do my elven eyes see?
It is a crescent moon.
My guy.
Is it made out of cheese?
Yeah. Is it Swiss cheese? Alright. I'm gonna smile and walk back in for now.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm just gonna sit at the bar. But I'm not gonna drink. Not yet.
Okay.
I actually approach Lythar. Excuse me. Where are the closest woods? I require forestation. Preferably outside of city limits.
Well, I guess the closest would be the Elderwood, which we took to get here. It's a little dangerous part, but I mean, you're Robbie, so just don't tackle any trees. And I'm gonna like look over at Routed.
Do you think somebody should accompany me?
Well, what are you trying to do there? If you don't mind me asking.
I do not. There is an important question of autonomy that must be answered, especially if the dragon has not been dealt with yet. I fear that if I do not deal with this now, it may never be dealt with. Clarification. It involves another creature of intelligence.
I'm gonna visibly scratch my head. And I'm gonna...
Please remember, I was in possession of several cubes that Terry was not aware of.
Are you suggesting you need to see if they work?
I am suggesting that there is a creature of a sentience in one of these cubes, and he does not deserve to be imprisoned any longer.
Oh. I'm gonna kind of perk up. I'm like, oh. Well, I think that would, you should be fine. I mean, I talked to some trees in there. They were nice to me. That's where I got Cora, but that's a whole different shebang. I personally can't go with you tonight. I gotta take care of something before we go down back to where we were before. And I'm gonna like kind of look down like I hated the place.
I understand. Thank you for the information.
But yeah, can I explain to him where? Isn't it? It's just the front gate where we came in, right?
Mm-hmm.
That road is the Elderwood, technically.
Yep, if you give me a history check. Actually, give me a nature check with advantage. If you want to guide him, are you putting him to the same spot where you did your thing with Cora, or are you just putting him like in the woods?
Just kind of like in the woods.
Yeah.
Like I don't think he needs like a super fancy area.
Okay. Yeah, you can give him those directions. You've been through them a couple of times, and your nature's high enough that you can give him directions without too much issue.
Well, that's a 21 and a 13, so 21.
You got
That entire conversation was also at like typical Robbie level, so there was I wasn't hiding that. Anybody in the bar who was paying attention heard that.
What did you say is in the cube again?
I did not mention which creature.
I didn't
But I
think
will.
you did.
We currently are in possession of a centaur.
A centaur?
a centaur. Evelyn kind of leans into the bar. She goes, "I'm sorry, I couldn't help eavesdropping. Where did you get a centaur?"
How much do you understand about mechanics?
None at all.
Would you like a lesson?
Not right now. Where are you keeping this centaur? That's the question I should have asked. Where are you keeping this?
I'm gonna lean over and go, in his butt.
I have a
Do
large
robots have
pocket.
butts?
And I just hold open the coat so that the haversack stitched into it like a pocket is shown. I have a very large pocket.
May I? She reaches in and pulls her hand out, and it has a beer in it. And to all of you, you see that very simple clay tankard with the symbol of Mechanus emblazed on it, and it's a very dark beer. And yeah, it's smoking. Very there's actual smoke coming off of this, just a little wisp. And
Robbie,
Evelyn
I
goes,
want one.
You can have this one. I don't trust pocket beer. You learned a thing or two. You already have drinks. Why are you...
Don't worry
Anyway.
about it.
Okay, so you have a centaur in your pocket. That's really all that I needed to... I don't want to know anything else, honestly. I'm gonna go down here, and she walks to the other end of the bar, towards where Thrall is sitting.
Robbie, will that... If you release that, will it think you put it in there and attack you?
There is a great possibility. I am prepared to deal with this possibility.
Also, do you know how to open it?
Yes.
Oh. That's good. I did not know we knew that. Well, would any of our companions like to join him in case things go awry?
Array.
Was that...
I believe the word he was looking for was awry.
Ah.
Yes, thank you, Robbie. Man, I was just in the library too. I should have looked up some words. Next time, Thalia.
You have the best words, Lythor.
I appreciate you. But yes, would anyone like to join Robbie? I mean, I know Robbie probably will handle himself, so I totally... Most of you didn't like those woods. I totally understand. You know, actually, now that I think about it, those woods don't like you.
Yeah, I definitely
Maybe you
should not go
shouldn't
back
go.
to those woods. I'm sorry, Robbie.
I'm gonna point at him and be like, definitely not you. You... No. What, Cleo? Ma'am.
That's not your dog's name.
Wait a second.
No, that's
This
my
isn't
cat.
in my notes.
That's my motorcycle's name.
That's my cat's name.
You don't
She's
have a
meowing at
motorcycle
me.
in this game.
I could.
Anyway,
Why are
back
you
on
so
track.
loud?
So is anyone going with Robbie?
I think I might pass, if that's okay.
Robbie, on a scale of 1 to 7, how much do you want someone to go with you?
What is the middle of 7? Oh, 3.5.
I don't know how to answer
Do
that.
not worry about it. If anybody wishes to accompany me, I would be glad to have them along. If no one wishes to come with me, I do hope that it will not be 6 months before I see you all again.
The last time we let Robbie go anywhere by himself, he did go into one of the 9 hells.
That's a good point. I don't think I'd be of much help fighting something right now.
I do not intend to fight.
Keelik, you like woods? Go to the woods.
There's a slow hand raise from the back. Keelik's like, I can go.
Dope.
If
Dope.
that dope.
So
Yes. Got the bugbear
Dope.
saying it now.
Dope. And he's kind of doing that. He's kind of like chewing over the word and just like kind of like, how does this word feel in my face? As he like takes his spear and like kind of, he's like, I'll grab a few things and goes upstairs.
Thanks, Keelik.
Robbie,
Yeah.
please don't let anything happen to Keelik. I made a promise to him.
Never promised me anything.
We didn't misplace you. We found you.
That's a good point.
I promise. I will not misplace Keelik.
So I explained to him everything, right?
Yep.
Yes.
He knows where he's going. Keelik was also paying attention when you
I
gave
can't
those
believe I
instructions.
remembered that, to be
Mhm.
honest.
I'm
Okay.
waiting for Maury to go to bed.
Whoa, excuse me.
I don't like that at all. I need to clip that. Save it for later and burn it.
And burn it.
Anyway,
Copy it so you can delete it multiple times.
yes, get that deletion satisfaction. So we know what Ronan's doing. Lami and Thrall, what are you guys up to?
I just kind of want to go to bed.
Okay. You had your party in hell and you're just going to bed?
Yeah, and I've got half a voice today, so I gotta save it for important shit.
Okay.
Do we need to go shopping?
I think we went shopping.
We got clothes, yeah, for hell.
I'm talking about to go fight a dragon and not to go to hell.
Yeah, we went shopping. We
Ronan
found
got
that nice
potions.
store that gave us potions for free.
Oh, right.
Sorry, what?
Don't worry about it. Very nice man.
You,
It was a
I-
pretty awesome deal.
Yeah. You just couldn't
I
turn
have
it up.
so many questions.
That's fine.
I feel like it might not be.
Ronan, money, please.
Money, please. How
You
much?
didn't tell me that they were free potions.
How much money did you give me?
I gave you 800 gold.
Oh, well then I'll give you back 800 gold. No, wait, give me back that one. I'll trade you. I like this one.
Fine.
800 gold.
I'm
Hey.
gonna
So-
go with Keelik and Robbie.
Okay.
I guess we'll divide potions then in the morning.
Yes. We could use more if anyone.
I say, do we need more?
Yeah, if anyone knows where to get potions.
We probably
For
shouldn't
free.
go to the same place because I don't think we're gonna get that type of deal ever again.
No, I don't think so.
You
I
can
mean-
check.
The
I could
shops are
have-
pretty much
But I'm not going
closed.
to.
It was really only a one-day thing. I don't think he's
Yeah.
doing the deal anymore.
It was like
anything
a
really
everything
open
must
right
go
now?
sale.
Yes.
We just got potions of fire resistance, right? We didn't get any like, healing potions.
And 2 potions of healing? 3 potions of healing?
I have one grader that I bought a really long time ago.
Yeah,
I
I have a grader I bought.
have-
One fire resistance, because I'm pretty sure I gave you and Brandon, I have 2. Like each of you 2. Because we got 5. Right?
Yeah, I have 2 fire resistances that I can give somebody,
Yeah.
and I have 2 regular potions of healing.
Yep, I believe that those were the 2 that you picked up. And Thrall has a potion
The
as
mystery bottle.
Right, right.
Did you give me a name or anything for that to put in just a placeholder?
well. Nope. Mysterious
Was it-
skull-shaped potion. The glass was very scully.
Is it that skull-shaped bottle of vodka or whatever?
No.
Or tequila?
Careful, that might turn you into a llama.
A llama? He's supposed to be dead! Anyway.
Right.
So in the morning, we hand out potions.
And possibly get more if need be.
Yes.
I've been doing some thinking about strategy
Mhm.
against this. Oh! Also,
Kill the dragon.
I don't think we told you what we researched on him.
That he's a dragon.
Well, and Lythar's gonna pull out like a little booklet, which you guys have probably never seen before because I never write notes down. I'm gonna be like,
Is this a notebook you bought
point at
like, in the Brotherhood gift shop so that way you had something to write down on?
Probably.
All like pass through a piece of paper.
It says on the top, "Thank you for visiting the Brotherhood of Books."
I'm like that. Where I picture Lythar like flipping through a lot of pages, but they're all blank.
Yeah, I'm like, where did I start again? Oh,
Books are hard for elves sometimes.
and I'm gonna be
They're
like,
scroll people.
I'm gonna be like, all right, guys, maybe plant. Oh, that's something else. Hold on. Haha. So Durganvor, I wrote it is a full-size city. Same size as Cornvor, apparently. It was expanding. That's all I wrote, but they stopped. I'm assuming. There is an enormous hall of statues of like dwarf kings, and it leads to a throne room. And I'm thinking that might be where Phyrannax chills in the throne room. You know, because dragons are pompous and think they're all that. So he's going to be near that. And I'm gonna kind of like look over at Lami for a second, like, and look back down.
What?
I didn't say nothing.
I'm gonna whisper to Lami. Is he always this boring, or have I not noticed?
Does my awesome passive perception hear that?
What's your
Chris, make a stealth check to say that quietly.
Oh, that one's gone.
Floor dice is a nat 1.
No,
floor dice.
Rolls.
Floor dice are rerolls.
Oh, well, I rolled my other d20 that isn't on the floor, and I got a 16 plus stealth plus 2, so 18.
You hear, so Lythar, you're super enraptured in your notes because you're like, I know this, and you're kind of like, you're also doing that thing where you're kind of reading out of your notebook instead of like look down, reference, and then address the room. You're doing like, and the Durganvor is a full-size city, and
which is perfect
not because you're an idiot, just because this is not your forte.
Exactly. So I'm gonna kind of like hear, but be like, So Phyrannax used to live in the mountains, and then, as you know, he destroyed Urgen's city and all of that. This dragon needs to die.
I believe that's news to everyone else,
except for Thalia, I think.
Thalia and Lythar, that Phyrannax destroyed Urgen's home city.
So me being awkward as I am, will accept that I deliver it like that. Like, yeah, perfect. And the dragon destroyed Urgen's home
burned
city.
his hometown. And just keep going.
So he's going to die.
Down. You're like reading off a teleprompter saying Yosemite right now.
Oh, I didn't tell you guys? Yeah. I really want this dragon dead because he destroyed Urgen's people in his home, and I went there, and it's dead. Nothing will ever grow there again.
You mean nothing will ever grow there again? It can't be that dead.
Nothing has grown there for over 325 years.
Has it been that long?
So, my next point...
Perhaps.
Oh, sorry, Robbie, what?
I am just thinking about the holy site we created. Yesterday?
Yeah, that was just yesterday.
About 28 hours ago.
Regan, blue.
30.
6 months in 1 day.
Hours. Yes, Robbie, it's been longer for you. Approximately 6 months ago.
But, it's assumed that he's probably... Well, we think he's a male. That's what it seems like from the reports we saw. And we estimate that he's about 325 to 350 years old. So he's probably an adult dragon. And I also wrote, so we fucked. Which is, that's how I felt when I read that. So...
You fucked the dragon.
He burned down a city 325 years ago, and he was born 325 years ago.
Listen, man, dragons are... And I'm gonna look at Lami, like, realizing he's a dragon, I'm gonna be like, interesting.
So are you.
Thanks, buddy. They have heavy armored scales, which I feel like all of us knew, and also, what an obvious statement, don't use fire. I'm gonna look at Lami. It won't work.
It's a great book report you've
Thank
given
you.
me there.
Thank you.
Get a C plus.
You know what? C's get you through.
C's get degrees.
Yes.
In Bard College.
Yeah.
When Lythar, as you wrap up your report, there's the sound of something glass hitting the floor. And Evelyn is pale. And she's staring at you.
I forgot there could have been people around.
She was the only one not of the party in the room. And she's just like, it looks like she just knocked over a glass and it shattered on the bar behind her. She goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. Don't mind me." And just goes and starts sweeping up very like behind the bar.
What's wrong with her?
I'm
You okay?
Other than it's fine. I guess we kind of all forget that people don't talk about killing dragons. Anyway,
Hey,
you want to go?
Don't worry. I'm writing a book. All right. Sounds like a great story, doesn't
Wait a
it?
minute,
sure-
I thought Thalia was writing a book.
I'm sure your book is great. I'm sure it'll be great. Hey, do you guys need any other drinks, or are you guys all set?
Are you okay?
I'm good.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm also not feeling so hot.
Inside check.
Inside checks for whoever wants
18, motherfucker.
So
Oh, that's a
Thalia,
21
if you want to
again.
make an insight check, I'll give it to you at advantage because you asked. Thrall, if you can hear me, I'll wait till everybody rolls.
Does like going to hell have an adverse effect on other people when we come back?
She went to hell with us.
Yeah,
oh
she did.
yeah, you're right. She did. Well, I was thinking that when Adam was like, I don't feel
14.
good.
That's why I thought she might want to come kill a dragon.
Already got a 2.
I can hear you.
You
I
can
got
or cannot.
I can.
Okay. So your ring, as she's like, no, I'm fine. She's not fine. Ronan, because Lythar, Thalia, and Ronan, you guys rolled and all got above Thalia to 14. Everyone else was above that.
Yeah.
You guys notice that this is definitely this is the face of someone who just got some really like earth-shattering news and is like doing that like, no, it's fine, composing themselves, but is getting themselves out of that situation to go handle whatever just happened.
She's gonna go throw up in the bushes like Thalia.
She's gonna go warn the dragon.
Yeah, she's just like not. She's like, it's fine if you guys need anything. You know what? I'm just help yourselves. I'll check it in the morning if Adam's not feeling well again, and we'll square up at the end of the night. Okay? Can I? I'm just gonna go.
If you're still
Where
not
are you going?
Going home.
if you're still not feeling well, I'll be at the Brotherhood.
Thanks. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. And she leaves with the apron still on and shuts the door behind her as she walks out.
Is she
Well, we're
the
screwed.
dragon?
Do you guys think she's going to go tell somebody?
She's going to tell the dragon. That's it.
I'm gonna hop behind the bar.
Oh, wait a
You
Like-
did
minute.
your cement shots yet?
No, I'm saving them for a special occasion when someone
can't-
goes to bed.
Did not get any better.
I'm gonna look over at Maury and I'll be like, "Hey Maury, how sneaky is Frank or your chicken?"
They're robots. Robots aren't sneaky. Sorry, Robbie.
Yeah, no offense, but Frank definitely wasn't designed for anything like that. But
Do you think? Well, maybe she won't even realize there's a chicken. Maybe are we worried?
Giant
I just
chicken.
realized I shouldn't have said that.
Wait,
I
wait,
cast
more.
Trace.
What'd you say?
Frank? What'd you say, Robbie?
Cast pass without a trace.
Oh, that's the sneaky.
Plus then all the sneak.
Maury, don't you have a floating eyeball?
I do.
That's sneaky. It's an eyeball.
Maybe we should.
See it sneaky. Actually, it is pretty sneaky.
It also now has a +10.
Should we send that to follower just to make sure? She went to hell with us, but she just
Or we
found
could
out.
go.
That is true.
She'd have no idea.
Does Thrall say yes we could out louder in his head?
In my head.
Oh, take it. Because we can't hear Dancer, and I was going to be like,
Mhm.
oh yeah, I forgot about you. Go.
We could follow her. Make sure she doesn't make our lives more difficult.
So while everybody's speaking about, talking back and forth about the solutions, I'm just gonna go invisible. I just say I got this.
I'll do it.
You still get +10 to your stealth
Yeah.
checks.
Yeah, I'm not. So with that +10, I'm not even making you roll to move after her. You and Dancer, very similarly to when you went hunting for Keelik, same mindset, and you are just out the door.
He's not gonna
Um,
murder her, right?
I hope not.
Time will tell. I hope not, but you never know. You're all a little unpredictable at times.
I'm very predictable, thank you.
Ronan,
I'm going to look over
you
at
pick
Thalia like,
up the elf and you throw him randomly. That is not predictable.
That hasn't happened in like a week and a half.
it is pretty cool, though, when it works.
It is.
Except for when he ripped my
It's hilarious
pants.
when it doesn't.
Yes.
I'm gonna pour myself another ale.
Okay.
I'm gonna take one out of the coat and put it in front of him as well.
I'm gonna drink the one Robbie gave me and hand Robbie the one that I just poured.
Okay.
It goes right into the coat.
Ronan, give me a con save, please.
Ronan's
Also,
getting drunk tonight.
Do they know that I just went invisible and left? Do they have any idea?
Well, did
Because
you
I
say
didn't say anything.
loud?
Oh,
Did
you
say
just you said that to Dancer.
Yeah.
Oh,
The door opens because the door was she shut the door behind her. So if you like open the door, you could slip out and shut it behind you. If you wanted to do that and not be seen,
Yeah, that's
yes,
do that.
+10 though.
Wouldn't we
yeah,
notice
yeah.
if he
Again,
just
the door,
disappeared?
the stealth doesn't work on the door,
That's fair.
but with the plus, again, it's not worth rolling. So you very deftly just like crack the door and just like and shut the door behind you. Do that thing where you hold the door, the locking portion open so it shuts and then you let it go and you're on, and then
Yep.
you're out on the hunt after her.
And I would like to rephrase instead of I'll handle this, I'll say we'll handle this.
Look at you, thinking like a team.
Excellent.
You
So
and
yeah,
your demon.
You and Dancer on the hunt. Give me a survival check to do some tracking real quick.
Is that con save?
That was a dirty
Yes.
20.
Dirty 20.
Also,
So yeah,
dirty
you-
20.
So Thrall, you leave, you stand there and you get this and you spot the tail of the apron that she's still wearing as she's moving through the crowd. And you set off after her. Meanwhile, back at the bar, Ronan, Mike, were you about to say something?
Yeah, I think actually at about this, Rick and I will head out because what time is it?
This conversation's probably taken about 40 minutes, so it's like almost 8.
Yeah, I definitely got it. So we're gonna goodbye, everyone. I shall return.
Keelik comes down. He's like, wait, and Keelik looks like he's a little dirtied up somehow. Like he looks a little more native, and he's kind of he's not completely naked, but he's definitely like in much more casual, more like the clothes that you had him that he was in, more in the state that you met him in Long Pike. He's like, I just gotta get out of the city. All right. I'm ready if you are.
Try to be back by midnight this time, please.
I hope I see you in less than 6 months.
He's a little confused. And as you open the door, as the door shuts, he goes, "What's all that about 6 months?" And Robbie, you're just making your way. You're following Lythar's instructions.
What
You
if
guys-
you chose not to? No.
If you move, moving at a pretty steady pace, you'll be able to make it out before the guards. Before there's really any kerfuffle with the guards, you'll be in good shape. So back to and Ronan, having pounded this beer after Robbie left, it hits funny. It sits weird in your stomach, but it's good, and it doesn't. It's definitely stronger than most of the beers you've drank here. It's delicious, very delicious.
Dope.
Dope indeed. So, I'll pass the narrative back to whomever wants it.
Would you say it's like 8 o'clock now?
It's closer to 8, yeah.
So is it dark?
It is probably like 20 minutes to full dark, but it's definitely dark enough.
It's like Mike's background.
Yeah,
I was gonna
it's
say,
right
like
about
Mike's
it's right about there. It's right about that level of darkness outside.
I'm gonna wait until it's yeah. Can I search for any type of like food for Cora? Do they have any like kibble in there, like just like like mush or like,
There's some
or even just
like
raw
harder
meat?
meats. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's some like prepared meats, for like traveling food and stuff like that you can feed her. That shouldn't be a problem. There's some cheese, which may or may not, depending on how well you want to sleep and how sensitive your nose is, might not be a good idea.
Is
Wait,
there a register, like a red on the bar counter? Do they have registers?
No, it's
No.
more you'll pay and put it in the coin purse. There is what looks like a small cash box.
I'm
Behind the
gonna
bar.
take like a big hunk of meat for Cora.
Wait, is
And I'm
Lythal
gonna-
coming behind my bar?
Oh, you're
Yes. Ronan is behind the bar.
What do you want?
Sorry, Mr. Bartender, sir. This is weird. I was just gonna get some meat for Cora.
Nope, no, only employees back here, and I'm gonna go wander into the back room and find meat.
Yo, while he's in the back room, I'm getting behind the bar to get myself a drink.
I'm gonna whisper, Lami, you know what? Pour me a small one.
And I'm gonna get Lythar a smaller-ish one.
Small
Okay,
one.
just a small, like a half.
Small
beer.
one's my favorite brand.
A small one.
So yeah, you can give him a small one, which is a locally bottled gnomish beer.
Perfect. I love that.
It feels in
It's
your
an
hand.
8-ounce beer.
It's like a Fisher Price.
It's a pony.
It's a little tiny.
And with
Just
the
like,
mini
like a
cans,
Fisher
you get
Price
the
beer.
8 ounces.
it's like the same size as like a Fisher Price bottle, but
Yeah.
it is glass and full of beer.
Lythar, I didn't realize you like the same alcohol as me. I'll take one too.
Oh, you want one too? Mario?
Gnomish
Okay,
kindergarten is a very exciting time. Let me tell you. Okay,
Oh,
so yeah,
dear
it's
Lord.
and it's this beer will be much more effective on Mori than it is on you, Lythar, because the ABV is scaled to a gnome rather than an elf. So
Gnomish beers.
It's just grape juice. I'll take a sip and I'll look over at Maury and be like, this is pretty good.
I'm gonna keep standing behind the bar and drink my beer.
Can I come out with like a whole leg of lamb?
it'd be beef, but yes.
Beef. A whole
An
beef
entire-
leg?
For you, for scaling, you have like a beef hawk over your shoulder like a club.
I'm gonna come out and I'm just gonna look at Lami and go, I'm gonna put the leg down on the counter.
I'm gonna look at Ronan. I'm gonna go, employees only, out from behind my bar.
Exactly, employees only. These people don't understand. And I'm gonna hand Lythar the cow leg.
Can I try to intercept?
The cow leg?
Yeah,
It is large and heavy. Are you trying to take it from him?
I'm
Like,
trying
walk
to
me
stop.
through.
I'm trying to stop Lather because, like, I would theoretically know how, like, with my background, I would know maybe how to break down some meats and stuff like that.
I feel like I would probably know how to also.
Yeah, you guys are both fully capable of breaking this down into
I'll be like,
steaks and
I'll
things.
holding it, and I'll look over at the audience, and I'll be like, "Do you want to help me?" Just like,
Put it down. Just we should.
We could all eat. I don't know.
Dear employee of the month, can we go to the back to
Prepare.
portion size this and prepare?
And
This
ruin a
means-
perfectly good lunch? I don't think so.
Cora jumps up onto, like, she puts her paws and like stands on the stool and gets her front feet on the bar and just starts chowing down on this hawk, and it is
No, see, she's fine.
it's
gonna be like-
not pretty. It's making
She's
a
a-
mess.
I'm gonna
She's
be
a
like,
growing
Ronan,
girl.
please hand me a butcher knife, hurry, or a meat cleaver.
I'm just gonna pull
No,
my
Put
bone
it on
sword
the,
out and hand it to him.
No.
You've killed things with that. No.
Put it on the floor. Okay, fine. Do I know where they keep all the cleaning supplies? Would I know where they keep all
You'd
that?
be able. It would take you like a couple of minutes of searching. At which point, Cora has not stopped chowing down on this thing the entire time you're looking, and it takes about probably 3 or 4 minutes. By the time you get back, this thing is mostly bone.
I am forced. It is ingrained. I must clean this bar.
The dog will clean it up. That's what Hatana
No,
is for.
no,
It's fine.
no.
It's fine.
She's clean. It's a good clean.
Don't you have Presti
Yes, but she's doing it by hand.
doing it? Okay, the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
Okay. The way you were raised, and so
The way
just
I was raised.
like Cora, and once you start cleaning, Cora's just like, "Whoop," and picks up the leg, turns, gets down off of the bar, and goes to the back door, and with this enormous piece of meat, like, looks back to Lythar and looks at the door and looks back to Lythar.
I'm just gonna nod my head. I'm assuming she wants to go out and just chew on a bone. Is that what?
Dogs don't have thumbs.
Yeah, the door seems to be the tricky part.
Oh, there's a doorknob, right? Not a doggy door.
Doors.
So I'm gonna look at her at first, and I'll be like, and then I'm assuming she's gonna look at the door and look at me again. I'm gonna be like, "Oh right."
Oh,
Scuttle on over there, open the door for her. Can I? Is it the back door?
Yep.
Can I leave it open
Mhm.
so I can see her?
Yep. And actually, when you open the door,
You're attacked by a dragon.
Cora clumps down the stairs and takes a lie down and starts cleaning up the rest of it. And she looks over, and you see what looks like a figure stepping out of the shadows there. Hello, Lythar.
I recognize the voice, right?
You do. It is your
Mama.
shadow.
I'm like, oh.
Okay, Peter Pan.
And I'm gonna look up at. I'm gonna take a step outside and look up, and I go, "Well, I'll be damned. That happened fast."
Oh well. You seemed eager.
I am, but I want to take care of something else first, and I have other questions for you.
Mm-hmm.
And this is all outside, right? Can they hear us?
If you like, because right now I picture you're kind of standing on the porch,
Yeah.
the stairs to the ground floor. If you wanted to shut the door and go talk to him and have it be a private conversation, you could.
I'll like close it really quick,
Mhm.
and I'll walk up to him closer, and I'll be like, "Quick question: your whole teleport, walk through the shadows ability. Could you handle an additional body traveling?"
I don't generally do corpse disposal.
No. Okay, I worded that. If you haven't learned yet, I am not the best talker.
Correct.
I
We will
like.
fix that.
Thank you. I'm trying to work on it. Could I bring one of my friends? Is what I'm trying to ask. Would there be any casualties?
No, it might be a little uncomfortable with 3, but certainly I've traveled with more.
How uncomfortable does that get?
Very.
Mm.
Have you ever seen 3 dwarves in a trench coat? It's about that cozy.
No, but I'd like to see that. Give me 1 second. And I'm gonna walk back up in the door and I'm gonna open it. And I'll pop in. And I'll be like, alright guys, remember how I said I gotta take care of something? I'm gonna go do that. And then
Be safe. Cleaning bar.
and I'm gonna look at
Literally,
Thalia.
like with your elbow, just getting the really tough grounded stains that have been there longer than you've been alive.
And then I'll look at Thalia and I'll be like, actually, Thalia,
Huh?
do you want to see what Vint looks like? I think I decided to plant my walnut there before, because I might die down there, and I don't want to not keep Ergen's promise if I die.
Lytha, you technically buy a woman dinner before you do anything like that.
Who's Vince?
Okay, we'll be back. He's gotta go take care of his nut problem.
That's what I'm worried about, and I'm just gonna turn and get another beer.
As Ronan reaches for another beer, I'm gonna swat his hand. Employees only.
I am an employee! I'm gonna grab another one.
Are you gonna rage?
Cook, you work the kitchen.
Before, like, as I'm about to, I'll be like, "And if you mess with my clean bar, I will end you." Slam the door.
I dribble a little beer on it.
She opens the door. Water trap. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god. And then
So-
I'm gonna pet Cora. I'm gonna let her stay.
Do I notice the shadow?
So Thalia, as you, after you've given your best, like, don't you fucking touch my bar kind of stare to Lythar, or not to Lythar, to Ronan, you turn and you see, as Lythar is going down the stairs, you see the shadow that you've seen before, or one of Ergen's shadows, crouching next to Cora's head and like giving her pets and scratches behind the ears. She's actually rolled onto her back, and he's doing like that. He's just doing like the full belly rubs. She still has the bone in her mouth that has been completely stripped clean, and she's just like rolling and having the best time.
Oh. This is how we're getting to Vint, isn't it?
Oh,
Yes,
that's
it
where
is.
we're going.
Again.
Same place as last time, then.
Yes.
Same specific place.
Yes. I'm assuming. Should we leave Cora here? I don't know if that would be more uncomfortable if she came along.
What do you think, girl? Do you want to come? She's giving her scratches, and she's like, and like kind of just like just paws up, and she's just chill.
I'm gonna be like, yeah, she just ate an entire beef flank. I think she'll be all right.
All right. Shall we go now?
And I'll look over at Thalia and be like, well, are you ready?
Sure.
Have you ever traveled through the shadows before?
Technically I have, right?
With the larger group.
Oh, I guess we all did, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's true. All right.
And he walks back over into a recess where it looks like the corner of the inn and the backyard fence, the stabling kind of comes together, and there's a patch of perfect darkness. And he just goes, "This way, please, and please keep your hands and arms inside the shadow at all times." And just like steps through into the shadows.
Ladies first, and I'll walk through.
As she does it, I'll be like, huh. Ladies first. Pretty sure I've heard that before. And then I'll follow the shadow.
Step through. Okay. Let's jump to Maury. Is there anything you would like to do before we
No.
start jumping out to our breakout groups?
Just hanging out, drinking.
Okay. Watching, you're sitting at the bar in one of the cleaner places as you're watching Ronan and Lami do their best D&D version of the Three Stooges, or maybe Abbott and Costello routine.
Oh yeah.
There's an awful lot of like somebody used a word wrong and it derails the entire conversation until we circle back to it. So let's jump off to Thrall and Dancer, moving, just hunting through the streets. Give me another survival check, please.
Well, it's a good day. As a nat 20,
That is a
so
natural
23.
Perfect. So you keep your eyes on that apron. And despite Evelyn's best efforts, it doesn't look like when she's walking, it doesn't look like she knows she's being tailed. It just looks like she's walking this way like she always does. The way she's like, at one point she climbs up onto a roof, scurries over 2 buildings and drops down. This looks like a route that she takes just all the time. But it also looks like a route you would take to shake a tail if somebody's following you. And she's just moving quick, quiet. And Dancer's even like, well, this is an interesting quarry we have this evening. She's very good. It's a shame we're better.
I'm gonna chuckle a little bit.
And as you track her down, you think you lose her as you come to what looks like a dead-end alley. But then you see just like that white trail of the apron string disappearing into what looks like a hole in the side of a building.
I perceive.
As you move up, you see that it looks like it's behind a pile of garbage is just a person, like a hole someone could fit through, either crawling or slide through. And in the darkness, you can see somebody lighting what looks like a candle. And you see Evelyn in a very small basement room in a building that, looking around, looks like it's been abandoned for years. And she's sitting in this room on an old, I say old does not quite describe this chair. It is an ancient rocking chair. And she's sitting there in her party clothes from earlier with a single candle sitting on what looks like a dresser in front of her. And she's sobbing.
Interesting.
I guess we won't be killing her this evening.
We were never planning on killing her.
No. But what if she wasn't innocent? What if she was going to tell someone about the plan?
We wouldn't have killed her. We would have found something to do other than that.
But what if she tried to kill us?
That's a different story. Killing in defense is fine.
Very well. It is your hand that wields me. But integrity and honor only gets you so far.
It's what I've followed my entire life, and we're not going to change it now just because you're in my head.
What if I can prove to you otherwise? What if I can prove that honor's a trap? Makes you predictable. Makes you easy
Predictable or
prey.
not. That is how I was taught. That's how I was raised. I cannot change that.
Do you know why willow trees make excellent switches?
I'm sorry, my headset cut out.
Sorry,
I
you're good.
didn't
Do you
hear
know
that
why?
little
Do you
last
know
section.
why? Do you know why willow trees make excellent switches?
Why is that?
Because they bend. Take an oak branch, hit somebody with it, the branch breaks because it is strong and resolute. A willow bends. That survives the storm.
Yo, oak hurts though.
If there's a way that we can work together on this honor and integrity system, I would be up for it. But we are not outright killing people for no reason.
I understand. We can discuss our philosophical differences more in the future and hopefully come to some sort of compromise.
I would actually like that. Fighting back and forth isn't getting us anywhere.
So, what do we do about her?
Should we wait and see what happens? I don't want to just ask her what is going on. Seems a little not she went and ran away being private. We can't just say something.
We can wait. If that's
I
what
feel
you
like
choose.
waiting and observing what happens is better than acting currently.
Very well. And you... How long are you gonna wait?
Till something happens other than
Okay.
sobbing.
It takes probably 30 minutes. It is one of those ugly, just the full body crying. And there's a weird you're feeling like watching this. You know what she's feeling. This is someone who lost a family member or someone incredibly close. And it kind of sits right in the pit of your stomach like a lead brick. And after about those 30 minutes, she kind of composes herself and without changing, without really doing anything, stands up, takes the candle off the desk, and goes over to a bed with two tables next to it, one of which has candle wax, looks like a notebook, and one then looks more lived in. But the other side looks completely unused, and like it hasn't been used for a very long time.
So is she laying down or sitting?
Yeah,
there?
she goes over and like puts the candle down, flips open the notebook, jots down a couple of notes, shuts it, puts it on the nightstand, gets into the bed and blows out the candle.
Well, I guess it's time to go in and see.
Okay.
I'm gonna go in over where the notebook is. I want to read what's in it.
Okay. How long's that stealth check? The plus 10 last, Robbie? An hour?
1 hour. 1 hour.
Okay. All right. Roll me. Yeah, I guess we're coming up on the end of that hour. So roll stealth for me, please. And then add 10 to whatever you roll.
So I got a 13, so to 23.
23. Okay. You move in and you can see in the dark perfectly. You feel Dancer's eyes watching the room with you. And you're walking through and you're starting to see some things once you're in the space. Roll me perception, please.
A 2.
Okay, so you're as you're looking in, you notice the room around you, but you're not. Your eyes are focused on this book, this journal that she's was writing in, and she, as you get close, it looks like she's fast asleep. And so you move up, and yeah, you're standing over her. Dancer's like, are we just here for the book?
Just the book. I just want to see what she wrote in it recently. And we're gonna put it back when we're done.
All right. You gonna make your grab for it?
Yep.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Drops it.
That is a 13.
Okay. 13. There, when you go to pick it up, you manage to get it. It is not a super clean, just like catch and like just grab and go. But you're able to get it out from under from the quill that she had written in it, without knocking over anything on that desk. What page are you looking for?
Whatever she wrote on recently.
Your most recent. Okay, so starting at the back, flipping through.
Yeah.
You get to the most recent entry. And it just says, I never knew that's why Ergen came here. I always thought he just thought we were interesting. I didn't know he didn't have his own home anymore. If I'd known there was someone else I could talk to about that, maybe we wouldn't be here. Didn't. The way we are. Adam was sick early again today. I'm hoping that nothing is out of alignment. This ruse is getting harder to maintain by the year. Still no luck finding the witch who did this to us. Just gotta keep looking. And that's the end of the entry.
Can I flip to the very beginning?
Sure can.
I'm gonna flip.
The very first page. This is in a much more delicate hand. It's almost impossible to read because of how old it is. It says, Dear Diary, today I met the man I'm going to marry. His name is Adam. And I feel like that's an excellent point to cut away to let's go with Robbie and Keelik. Let's do that next. So Robbie, you and Keelik are strolling through the gates. You made it through the gates without any issues. Couple of weird looks from a few folks as you are escorting a bugbear out of town. But nobody's really gonna bother the guy with the. No one's gonna bother you. You're kind of scary as shit. You do get a couple of people being like, "Play us a song, accordion man," but they're clearly out of their gourds. And every time you're like about to unlimber, Keelik's like, "No, don't, no. I want to leave. Can we just go? Can we just leave? Hate the city. Hate the city. Hate the city." But you make your way out. And you're making your way to into the woods. How far into the woods are you looking to get?
I don't care if I still see the city glow. I don't want to see distinctive city lights. I don't want to see any of the torches twinkling. I want
You
to
just
get
want light pollution and that's it?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's probably like half a mile or so outside of, like, once you get into the woods itself, it's harder to spot. And as you're walking, once you get out of direct line of sight with the city, Keelik suddenly like relaxes. And you notice that this is the first time he hasn't been on his toes, ready for something to happen. Basically since he got jumped. And he's finally just like, and he relaxes, and the spear, instead of being held the way Frank holds it, it's kind of up in like a very casual, like relaxed position as he's walking.
May I recommend something to you?
Mm-hmm.
Constant vigilance will lead to a lack of vigilance.
What do you mean?
I understand you do not like the city.
Mm-hmm.
It is typical of people of your type. But if you are constantly anxious, you will miss the details.
I just can't help it. Can't stand it. The building's more than a story tall. I don't like that. Can never get used to it.
If you have sworn your life to a member of this squad, you may have to get used to it.
Got any coping mechanisms? You seem to have joined the group pretty well. You seem to be friends with everybody. You've been here. Well, I seem to like you well enough.
I do not know. I did point my cannon at their friend the moment they met me.
I only tried to kill him a few times.
That does seem to put a damper on relationships.
Do I apologize? Can you apologize for that?
I believe you can. I also believe a good apology is not doing it again.
You're right. Yeah. I also did threaten to kill Thrall if he killed another innocent, so I'm not very good at that not doing it again thing.
I have been made to promise not to kill others. How do I put this? 100 years ago, I would have lumped you in with the kobolds and everyone else. Now, I believe there are separations to be made, and I am unsure where they lie. Thalia has made me promise that I would ask her before I rampantly start killing.
I owe that girl a beer.
And I'll take a beer out of the pocket and hand it to him.
Is this... I didn't mean right now. Can you hold on to that and I'll give it to her when we get back?
Of course.
My dude. Yeah. And at that point, you guys come upon a nice little clearing, fairly isolated, and the main light from this is coming from the moonlight. The waxing crescent shining down into this clearing.
So I take the cube labeled centaur out of my pocket, and I'm going to set it down on the ground in front of me. And then I'm going to do my prayer kneel in front of it. And I'm going to meditate and take a short rest for an hour.
Okay.
My meditation goes as it usually does. I am constantly trying to ping Terry. I am trying to ping the Primus.
As you're settling down into your meditation, Keelik just goes, are you going to be doing that for a while?
1 hour. Exactly.
Do you mind if I take a walk around?
Please do not misplace yourself. I have made a promise that I would not misplace you.
You mean forget me?
No, very specifically. I will not misplace you.
This is my place. This is where I should be. I promise I will be back in 1 hour.
Please shout if you need help.
Then he takes the spear, stabs it point first into the ground, and goes, if there's any trouble, there will be shouting. Enjoy your rest. And he he just walks into copse of trees and bushes at the edge of the clearing and just fades into the woods. So with an hour-long time jump, we'll jump back to the bar, where our lovely friends are, being ever so patient as Maury is watching these fools continue to get more and more ridiculous.
Can I find a chef's hat?
No, but you can improvise one out of a couple of like a tablecloth and what looks like what might possibly be a wheel of cheese on the top.
Okay.
Maury, you and Frank are watching Ronan wielding a homemade chef's hat, and Lami, Ronan wearing the chef's hat, and Lami, what have you been up to? Or are you
I'm slinging beers and drinking beers and just hanging out.
You're slinging beers to the other guy on the same side of the bar as you.
Yep.
Every once in a while, I'm just
going
like,
back and forth.
bartender, can I get another small one?
Sure thing, coming right up. And I'm gonna...
No, I'm the bartender, you're the cook.
No, I'm the bartender. I'm gonna take my hat and throw it at him.
Fine, for now you can be the bartender.
Well, thank you. I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna look for a small one. I don't know what the hell that is.
It's the small beer. It's
See,
the gnome-sized
where
beer.
it is because you're not the bartender.
You shut up. I'm gonna hand Maury the beer.
Gonna casually down it. Watch them be loons.
Okay. What time are y'all going to bed? Because I don't believe
Wait, who's left in the bar with us?
it is you three, and Cora is outside.
All right. So I'm gonna nestle up in front of Maury. I'm gonna put my little hands on the counter. I'm gonna go. So
Like there's that scrape of the bar stool, and he's just like, boom.
And I'm
What you
gonna
thinking
grab
about?
the two weird fucking drinks that I was given. I'm gonna put one in front of Maury. I'm gonna take one, and I'm gonna go. So it seems like you've been into some shit when I was mad at you for being mad at me about my family and where I'm from and the rat people. What's your deal? I'm gonna take a sip. A sip.
I don't think you can take a sip of sludge.
When you tilt
I'm gonna
it,
lick it.
you guys have been being loons and just generally fucking around at this bar long enough that it is completely solidified into a puck.
Can
when you tilt the glass, it rolls. It fits the circumference of the glass and just like shing, shing, it's like rolling a coin, but it's just like this black puck.
Can I nibble it?
Yes.
I'm just cleaning the glass behind the bar,
Chewing it,
eavesdropping.
it tastes. Yeah, it's hard to describe the taste. It's like black licorice with a little bit of honey and some rosemary, which is a weird trio of things.
This tastes like shit. And I'm gonna go, Lami, drink this! I'm gonna just slide it down the bar in whichever direction Lami was.
Maury, are you at the bar or are you at a table?
I'm at the bar. I figured
Okay.
I was like in front of the bar and they were both behind it.
Gotcha. Okay. So Lami, you were muted, friend.
I didn't think I was muted. I'm just gonna turn it over and then flick it off the bar at whatever
So the puck just like, tunk.
little marble shape this is.
So yeah, it's a disc. It flings across the bar and just shatters into powder on the far side of the bar. It's basically like when printer toner explodes. It's that super fine powder that gets everywhere. There is a blast mark on the wall of that fine.
Rowan, we weren't supposed to make a mess.
Dahlia's gonna be so mad.
You gave it to me,
I told you to drink it.
and it couldn't.
I made it for you.
It was a shit drink.
So Maury, what's your deal?
Lami, I think I'm gonna need another small one.
Another one?
I'll get it.
Too late. Because I work here.
You son of a bitch.
Slide Maury's beer.
Ronan, it's a lot. And I know I was wrong to judge whenever we talked earlier. So I really don't know anything about any of you. Pretty much.
Well, I don't know anything about you. That's why we're here.
I'm gonna take a big old drink of the other small one.
I'll also take a swig of whatever the fuck I was drinking that wasn't the hockey puck.
I was blamed for something that I didn't do.
That happens to me a lot.
It involved killing some really amazing people that meant a lot to me.
Oh.
And then I chugged the rest of the small one.
I've never been blamed for that. Normally it's smelly things in small rooms.
That's why I really don't want any of you guys to have that feeling, being blamed for killing somebody else.
I get that.
Do you remember that gnome we met a long time ago? What the heck was his name?
The one in Long Pike or the one in the dirt? The dirt gnome.
The long
I think
pipe,
it's rocks, Ronan.
Rock gnomes.
not the rock gnomes. Not the
Not
rock
the rock
gnomes.
gnomes.
I can't remember his name right now. I've had too much to drink. It's
Billy.
fine. Sure, Billy. He asked me if I was from Spring Socket. I am from Spring Socket.
Do I know what Spring Socket is?
Roll me history.
History? Plus 0, 13.
Okay. The gnome's name, for those of you playing along at home, was Reggie. Reggie Redding.
Reggie.
Redding's roving roadster of restoratives.
I love it.
Good old Reggie.
You said you had a 13. Spring Socket is a. You've heard of it, because that's where you get a lot of that's where a lot of weird gnomish inventions, if somebody came into town and they were peddling something, they'd be like, "Oh, fresh off the streets, a Spring Socket," and they would have just some technological gizmo or something. When you remember seeing, when you were in your hometown, you saw a trader or two come in and they had little clockwork kind of cheapo automatas. Like you wound it with a key and it would turn and like walk around. Mostly toys and stuff like that for in your experience, but that's supposedly where all the crazy shit was built.
Oh, Spring Socket, that's where all the crazy shit was built.
Yeah, pretty much everything is invented in Spring Socket.
Oh.
But anyway, that's my story for the most part. The details are details.
Details are indeed details.
So, Maury, did you kill anybody?
No.
Have you killed anybody?
Yes, I have killed people.
Well, we've seen him kill people, Ronan.
Have we?
Not.
I think so.
You were a really bad shot with that crossbow.
Listen.
Remember when Keelik was trying to kill us in the woods?
How many do you have?
He stabbed me with a javelin.
So I can't say I've killed people. I guess I've killed robots and things that try to kill me. I guess.
Self-defense.
Are robots people?
Yes.
Is Robbie people?
Robbie is people.
Frank is people.
Frank is.
Robots are people too.
I think
I
they're
kinda-
robots.
As I totally forget, Frank is also at the bar. I said the three of you and forgot about Frank. That doesn't bode well in this conversation.
If you look over at Frank, Frank is completely off. He turned himself off.
Where's Philo at? Just for
The eyeball, he's kind of like chilling on his head still.
okay.
Frank doesn't like talking about it, but it's okay.
Does Frank talk?
Frank.
Can you do something to make Frank talk?
I'm not very good at making vocalizers.
I'll keep my eye out for one. If we kill any Warforged, I'll be sure to rip it out of them, and we can put it in Frank.
I don't know how Robbie will feel about that.
Robbie's killed a lot of things and people, so I'm sure he would be fine with me killing stuff.
Anyway, can I have another small one?
Yes, and I grab it.
I hate you.
I'll put it on the bar in front of him.
We might have some combat tonight between them two over serving drinks.
So how about you guys? What were you doing before we met up at this town?
It's a long story. Ronan, what were you doing?
Well, you see, I was following a string, and then the string went down into this hole. Do you mean that or before that?
Before that.
Before that would be good.
I was kind of. Well, how far back are we going? Do we want to know some shit, or do we want to know just like what I was randomly doing?
Well, it's up to you, big guy.
Wait, why were you following the string, first off?
Because I found a string and I wanted to admire it.
What were you doing before? How did you find the string?
I was on my way between towns, and I came across the string. It was a nice string.
Okay.
7 out of 6 string. I think that's how that works.
Didn't it lead you to get stuck somewhere?
Yes, I was then stuck somewhere. But it was fine.
I would give that string a 3 out of 10.
Before that, I was traveling around doing random jobs. Some with Thalia. Those were always fun. Before that, I was working as a blacksmith in a town, and the guy came in and he wanted stuff, and we said, no thank you. We don't want to give you stuff, because he was this warlord guy. His name is Keldar. He's a dick. And he came back and burned down the whole town, stabbed me, killed my best friend in front of me, threw me off a cliff into a river. Then I floated down the river. I don't remember where. Might have been Valentel I washed up at. I would have to look at a map. And
I'm sure I know where that's at.
yeah, it's that way. And
It's downriver.
yeah, it's down, or is it upriver from here? I don't But yeah, good old times. Getting your friend stabbed to death in front of you is always fun.
That's rough, buddy.
This rough. I'm gonna take another swig.
I'm going to finish my drink. What about
Well,
you,
Lami,
Lemmy?
it's your turn.
You just both look at him slowly.
How about we tell this tale later?
No, I want to know it now!
It's too late. You can tell it in front of everybody, or you can tell it in front of us right now. It's your choice.
To
I've
summarize,
shown you mine, you show me yours. That's how it works.
well, my parents may have been quite good at smuggling goods, so to speak. And they got themselves into some trouble. I'm still pretty confused about that one. But then I left town, went into the woods, fell asleep, I think. Might have died, not really sure. Woke up, had this thing talking in the back of my head. Went back home, got this sword, here I am, killed a few demons in my way. Now I'm here. You know, normal things.
So are your parents in jail?
I don't think so. I'm not even sure if they're alive.
The last time you saw them, were they alive?
That was a long time ago.
Well, if the last time you saw them they were alive, then that means they're alive now. That's how it works.
Well, the last time I saw them wasn't exactly in person, you see. It was more of a vision, so I'm not really sure if they're alive at all, and I didn't really have the time to ask.
You see with your vision.
Different kind of vision, Ronan.
Oh.
Like when I sit down for a long time and go other places.
I'm gonna get another drink. I'm gonna give Lami another drink. I'm gonna give Mori another drink. A small boy, whatever the hell they're called.
Thanks for the small one.
And the boys are getting crunk.
So, yeah, that's that. Anything else you'd like to know?
What's your mother's maiden name?
You know, I never asked her.
Oh. My mother didn't have a maiden name. That's not how Goliaths work.
Isn't it?
No, we just have tattoos.
Tattoos?
Tattoos.
Ah.
Her family line is the face one.
The face one.
My dad's is the big swords on my arm.
So your mother's last name is Malone?
No. We just went over that. We don't have she didn't have a last name.
Sorry.
As this conversation devolves
Thank you.
further and further into everybody's cups, I feel like that's a good point to take a break.
Yay!
Because it is 9:30, which is lovely stuff. Let's take
Dragons.
a
Have we
13.
derailed enough?
No, this is exactly what I.
Par for the course derailing.
This has been awesome. This has been awesome RP from everybody. I love letting just like I love the fact for like the last 7 minutes I haven't said a goddamn thing. I love it.
Except Groovy. Groovy's RP.
I'm so happy I got to learn shit about Mori. Finally!
Even though I'm not there, I'm so glad that like at least me as a person is hearing this stuff, just so I know.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun to listen to.
Deeps that when your line hit like right at the, like just sank my stomach. It was like, oh, that was so good.
I was like, oh.
Fucking great RP out of everybody. Let's take a 12.
That was fun. Yeah.
Also, Rachel,
we'll be
perfect line. You were like, all right, we're gonna go solve this nut problem. Freaking Chris goes,
So
that's what I'm worried about. He's like an old dad who's like,
what are your intentions with my daughter?
yeah.
At this point, I am using it just to spite you.
Yeah, everybody take an 11 now. We'll be back at 9:40. So, Welcome back, everybody. Are you recording?
Yes.
Okay, so welcome back, everybody. We have returned. Brandon unfortunately had to step away because he unfortunately had to take a work call. It's fine. We will soldier on without him. Because that's the upside of having a large group divvy up like this, is we can bounce around. So we left our three intrepid friends and the shutdown robots at the bar, in the middle of making it a slightly messier place than when you left. We will pick up with our two friends who have gone adventuring. Thalia and Lythar and your shadow friend. And Thalia, it's stepping through this time. Lythar, it feels very similar to you, because you've made most of this journey before. Thalia, this time it feels like you're being squeezed a little. As you're, instead of taking that step from the alley into the mayor's estates, this is a step that you're stepping forward and you are being compressed and stretched. And so as you are stepping through, you feel like you are covering hundreds of miles with that step, but it's slowing you down as you traverse that space. But as you step through, it's about, when you step through, you are in a fairly wooded area, but you can see a couple of lights coming from what's clearly a town. You can see the road from where you are, and the moon is throwing enough light that you can see pretty well. Lythar, you step through seamlessly and pop out behind them, and the shadow is standing just off to the side. And he looks and just kind of gives you both a quick once-over. He goes, well, you both seem to have made that. You followed my instructions, and I appreciate that. Would you like me to tag along, or would you like me to wait here to facilitate the trip home? I don't know if this is a private thing. And there's an awkward moment. You've never seen a shadow twiddling its thumbs before, but it starts just like...
I'm gonna look at Thalia and just be like, well...
It's up to you. I mean,
And I'll look back at the shadow and be like, well, you were a great friend to Ergen. Come with us.
Very well. So where are we going?
We're gonna walk.
All right.
So did we pop out right
You're-
near the statue again?
You're in the woods. You're probably a 5-minute walk from the statue. You're about 3 minutes. A little bit of time through the woods and then onto the road, and you would come at it from the front.
I'm gonna look at Thalia and I'll be like, well, do you want to see something first? What I was telling you about last time I was here?
Yeah.
And do I remember how to get there?
Yeah, it's once you're on the road, you can actually
okay.
see the statue.
Okay, so we're gonna walk to that.
Okay. So Thalia, as you two are walking, the shadow is sticking, kind of sticking off to the side and letting you guys sort of take the lead. And Lythar is leading you down this very well-maintained road that's catching a lot of this moonlight and throwing it back, and you just see this silvery white ribbon snaking its way into town. And at sort of there's really no walls to this place, and there's just a large statue of what looks like a wolf facing down the road, facing directly at you, with its feet planted and its head thrown back in a howl. Unfortunately, it is a still night tonight. There is no wind, so the statue itself is not howling like Lythar said it can. But
so this is her.
Yeah, this is this is my mother. Well, not that this isn't my mother. Obviously, it's a statue of her. So sorry, you probably realized that. But yes,
I read a bit more about the town after you went back to the inn. She
you
saved
did.
a lot of people. So she brought a letter of warning about a surprise attack. Saved the town.
I'm just gonna like smile and like look at the statue. Just kind of like admire the scene. You know, think about that fact, like that, like like honor her and like think about what she did.
And legend says there's a large tawny wolf around the town as well.
I was told something about that when I went back to the Elderwood. So maybe my father's roaming around. I don't know. I had no idea they could do this. Like, I mean, I have Cora, which I still need to figure out how. I might have to go back to the Elderwood sometime because I have so many questions. And I'm just gonna kind of like sit on my, not kneel down, but like, oh God, sit on my knees. I'm not gonna sit down, but like, you know what I mean? Like sit on my knees, feet on the ground, and that thing, and just kind of like sit there for a second and see if like Thalia will join me or if just leave me be. I'm just kind of like sitting there, like looking at it, almost kind of like how you would at like a gravestone, almost like how you kind of just sit there and you like look at it and.
She won't kneel, but she'll respectfully just kind of stand there. I hate to interrupt, but we should probably find a place to plant that.
Yeah, you're right. That is why we came here.
We can come back. Looks like you might be learning a way to do so soon.
Looks like what?
Looks like you might be learning a way to get here pretty quick.
Maybe. That is true. Alright. And then I'll stand up and I'll turn around in the shadow and I'll be like, well, I guess what does the surrounding area of the statue look like? Is it all road or is it like?
It is basically on a triangular piece of grass, or like on a pedestal, and then the road kind of works its way around it.
Oh no, it's the song. Curtis, why?
So the road works its way around it. If are you looking for a good place to plant it?
Yes. Like somewhere close to the statue, but like obviously with enough space for a tree to actually grow and develop. We can't be like an Animal Crossing where you put it too close and it doesn't grow.
So did you when you came here, this is as the DM, did you have a place that you wanted to put it? Like in your head, what's the perfect place you would want to put that?
Somewhere where you could see the statue and the tree in the same frame.
Do you have inspiration? Because if you spend inspiration, I'll let you change the narrative. Or if someone wants to give up an inspiration to change the narrative, to have a spot where like you can put it basically kind of wherever.
I don't have inspiration. What do you mean put it anywhere?
So like you could be like, there is a spot, there is a perfectly tree-sized plot like directly behind it. So the statue would be in the shade of the tree or something like that.
Can I just make like a nature check to find that out?
You can. I was gonna say if you spend the inspiration to change the story a little bit, then you don't even have to roll and it's just there.
Oh yeah. But
if you want to roll.
Yeah, I'll just try to do nature.
Yeah, give me a nature check.
It's a Come on, Dad.
It's a 4?
I said a 15.
Okay,
Oh.
I was waiting for the answer. I heard it's a 4 and I was waiting for the rest of it. A 15, you're looking around and there's not really a spot. There's not a spot near the statue. But it does look like off to the side of the road. There's a few, it's what looks like a couple of trees that have been recently cleared. And it actually looks like there's a small cemetery there. That's kind of cleared out a little plot. It's a moderately sized town. So the current cemetery currently has probably 20 headstones in it. But there's a pretty decent spot. The soil's pretty rich there. And it also seems like they've left some trees in place in the cemetery. So it doesn't look like it would be disturbed if you planted it there. And it has direct line of sight on the statue.
So I'll like inspect that and look over at Thalia and the shadow and be like, what do you guys think about me putting it over there? And I'll point to where you just described.
Oh. You'd never let us hear the end of burying them with old fucking dead people, but
Personally, I kind of like that. It's a little spiteful, which I think he'd appreciate.
yeah. And it's by a road, so he could always gather information.
He does like information.
Yeah, he did.
Looks like a great spot.
So then I'll walk over and do I have to dig?
Nah, you can dig a little with your hands and get it
Okay.
settled.
Before I plant it, I'm just gonna like hold it and look at it, and like for a second I'll like just kind of like put my head up against it, like on my forehead,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll look at it again and I'll put it in the ground and cover it back up.
Pat it
and-
up, cover it.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you would like to do in Vint?
I'm gonna look at the shadow and be like, so I was thinking,
Hmm.
the whole idea of shadow traveling, I obviously enjoy. But do you happen to know yourself or anyone that know the ways of a druid or shapeshifting? Because if my parents can do that, why can't I?
I can reach out. I can put you in touch with someone who might be able to help.
I'd like that.
And Thalia, as these two are having this conversation, you do start to hear some footsteps. It sounds like, judging from the time, and you see a figure walking through town with a lit torch. Some kind of patrol is coming through town. Whatever passes for night watch here in Vint is making his rounds.
Good. I'll kind of crouch down, put my hand on the soil where he buried the shadow willow seed. Say a blessing in Celestial, and thank you, and then I'll stand up and rejoin.
When you say it, your hand starts to glow a little bit. And as you pull your hand away, that handprint remains for a few seconds after you lift up your hand. And then instead of just dissipating, it looks like it sinks into the soil a little bit. The light just like...
Realizing I didn't say anything and noticing that, I'm gonna walk over and kneel down. And I guess, I mean, like, if I'm kneeling down, my hand's gonna be down, so I guess I'm putting my hand on it. And in Elvish, I'm just gonna say, like, I hope this honors you well enough, and I hope to see you again someday soon, and I will avenge you and your people.
Okay.
And if no glowy thing happens, in my head I'm gonna be a little bit sour. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, unfortunately, no glowy thing happens.
I'm still okay with just saying my words.
But as you're finishing up and as you stand up, the shadow is near you two, and he says, I suggest we make our exit. This will be complicated to explain why the elf has shown up twice in 2 days. Then they'll get nervous, and we don't want that.
It's a good point. All right.
Is there anything else you guys want to do?
I'll look at Thalia and I'll be like, do you want to see Nil Darney?
After. If we make it through this?
Good idea. Is there anywhere you would like to go?
Well, honestly, I was supposed to be at the Brotherhood about an hour ago, but
I should probably make sure Cora is not chewing the bone more than she should.
yeah, we should really go.
They probably ruined your cleaning job, by the way, just letting you know.
I can drop you off on the way.
Thank you very much for everything.
Just honoring his memory as best I can. Right this way. And he gestures to... This one looks like the tree, one of the larger trees, has kind of done that, where it kind of curves around. And if you looked at it from above, it would make a heart. And just the space in between the curve of the oak just kind of... And you all step through back to... And Thalia, you are suddenly standing in a dark corner of the Brotherhood reading section. You've just stepped through. No Shadow, no Lythar, just you.
Please tell me no one's making out in like the dark corner.
Roll perception.
That's not great. 13.
So no one's making out. But as you're walking, as you start making your way up to your room, you do hear someone drunkenly going, Thalia! Where are you? And Liv, having missed your appointment, has decided to drink herself and stumbles into you in the hallway.
Sorry I'm late, Liv. I'm
Oh,
here.
hey!
Hey.
You want some?
Sure, I'll have a look. What does she have?
I knew it. And she kind of stumbles over to her. She doesn't let go of the bottle. She just like you grab the bottle and she just drags you with it and makes her way to her room and sloves the door open. And the two of you walk inside. So let's cut to Robbie. An hour has passed. Keelik has returned about 5 minutes before the hour is up. and is standing there. He's actually leaning on the spear like it's the corner of a building. He's just leaning up against it. He looks like he's asleep, but he's a little too alert to be asleep.
As soon as my short rest is done, I just instantly stand up. Does he react at all?
He cracks an like you see him like kind of twitch and crack an eye open.
Oh, good. He's used to me.
Don't worry, I'm not misplaced. Right here.
This is excellent news. Please keep attack out of your body language.
Okay. I won't move.
Thank you.
I think that's the best way for me to do that. Just don't move.
Now, did I get anything back from pinging or the Primus?
Nope.
Cool. I
Spent an hour screaming into the void.
Excellent. Used to it.
Also, in game, you spent an hour screaming into the void.
Oh, that's different. So I'll take, that one square step back so that I have the ranged attack without disadvantage. And I point the cannon at the cube that is still on the ground. And I fire.
Okay. Stationary target. Yeah, it's not behind cover. There's really no reason to roll for it. So Keelik remains stock still as your blast fires out of this thing, and you see the cube just kind of crack and dissolve in the blast of light, and just like kind of unfurling from that space is you see the hooves come out first as if it's starting to walk, and it can clop, 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 and this figure comes out. It's probably about 7 feet tall, about 4 feet high to the horse shoulder, I guess the hip. I don't know how many hands that is because I'm not a horse person, but fairly sizable, broad horse. But the fate, and as it comes out, you're seeing what looks like a bow with a quiver of arrows and a short hunting spear. And then as the centaur comes out and kind of stumbles, takes a few steps, freezes for a second, and then whips around with the spear up, and you see for the first time this woman's face on the horse's body. And do you speak Sylvan?
No.
Because she speaks to you in Sylvan with the spear up. She says something to you in Sylvan.
So I will go through the three of them. Hold on. Ooh, it is Common, Elvish, Dwarvish, and Static. I will go through all of the languages with just the same message repeating over and over, which is, "Hello, I am Robbie."
After a few cycles, when you say it in common, it clicks. Like there's a reaction, and she kind of gets up, and then you keep repeating it, and she lowers the spear so it's not about to pierce your throat, and she says in common, "These are not my woods, metal man. What did you do to me?"
Unfortunately, I do not know where your exact woods are. If you please, Star Reader, what year is it?
I don't know. The stars don't make sense. right now.
What year was it before you saw me?
Shit, now I have to remember what year it is now.
I have it in a different notebook, I'm sorry.
Also, centaurs tell time slightly differently. I was not as ready for that as I thought I would be. So professional. She, after you guys figure out how centaurs and the rest of the world tells time, give me charisma check or persuasion.
It is the year 987.
987. Okay.
I was going to say, Rachel, where are you?
Thank you, Bard, for taking notes. So 987. You think I'd have that written down? I should have written that down.
13.
13. After kind of talking this centaur down from stabbing you, she mentions that she was the last time she spoke to a human, or however you two legs talked about time. It was the year they mentioned 475. So, quick maths, over 500 years.
There may be more to catch you up on than I was prepared for initially. Unfortunately, many great calamities have happened between the time. Let me explain. A corruption happened within the Primus, which caused an override that required the collection of sentient and non-sentient species in case of total collapse. Unfortunately, I have only just arrived, and I have returned your autonomy to you, as it was taken unwillfully.
Am I supposed to trust you?
As speaker, I would hope that you do.
You speak for the machines. You speak for the things that kept me away from my stars and my trees for 500 years.
As unfortunate as it may seem to you, that does seem to be my lot.
Well, I'm sorry that you have to bear the sins of the others.
And I am sorry that your tribe has missed you for so long. But I am here to make amends for a wrong that was done to you, not out of any malice or ill will, but out of fear, a fear of preservation. Mechanus, as I hope you know from the stars, is about order and maintenance of said order. To lose the species would be to lose the order. At least I believe that was the Primus's intention at the time.
So you're just letting me go because that's not his order anymore?
I fear that the Primus may be losing his order. And I am letting you go because it is the right thing to do. I have recently come to understand the autonomy that these organics seem to enjoy. And I would not wish to keep that from you. I would hope that come a great time of need, I may ask you and your tribe for help, as I believe your tribe, more than any other organic tribes on this entire planet, may understand why you were gone.
I don't know if I even have a tribe anymore. Do you know where I am?
We are outside of a city called Korumbor, which is apparently built over a dwarven city named Durganbor. There is also a door. I have had it pointed out many times. All of these things rhyme, and this is quite amusing.
She and Keelik whip around. As you're finishing that, she just spins and has her bow up. And Keelik also pulls the spear out and drops into a ready position. And you hear this and from a nearby tree just kind of pops out this figure with a large male face with a large black knot over one of his eyes. Opens his arms and speaks to the centaur in Sylvan, and she responds in kind. And she and Keelik, she lowers her bow and motions for Keelik to put his down. And she kind of looks, the two of them go and have a small private conversation. And she takes a quick look back at the two of you, nods to the dryad, and steps into the woods. And the dryad walks over to the two of you. Goes, well, that was a surprise. I didn't expect to see a centaur in these woods. Thank you.
Is it a link that has been missing?
More like a part of the tree that was hacked away.
You were missing a cog.
In a sense. Her tribe probably doesn't know her name anymore.
She has a chance at life.
And that's a slight you've corrected. And again, thank you.
I would enjoy visiting these woods again in the future. I take it that you heard about the troubles that I believe we may be facing.
There's some concern here about those troubles. We are preparing. The Elder is preparing. We will be ready.
I do not wish war with you.
Nevertheless, what happened before will not be allowed to happen again.
Are you speaking of Orcus?
I'm speaking of what happened the last time our woods was encroached upon by stone and steel, flame.
I believe I have heard of at least 2, if not 3 incidents in which you could refer.
Then you understand the entirety of my meaning.
I believe we could be allies in the future. Allow me to call on you and present a case, should it become necessary.
If you wish to do that, I would suggest bringing the elf and the moonwolf with him. It will go a long way to pleading your case with the elder.
I believe this can be arranged. Now, I must go and handle at least one of your problems, as a dragon seems to be trapped under the city.
It's the only nice thing the dwarves ever did. Very well, I'll leave you to it. If you come back and wish to speak to her, simply ask for Celis.
Is that her name or your name?
That is what she calls herself. If that's what her family refers to her as, she didn't say.
I believe I have a fight to prepare for. Thank you for caring for her.
Good luck. And it steps back and molds into that tree again and disappears. And then Keelik pulls his spear back.
I believe we should go home?
Home sounds nice. And the two of you make your way out of the clearing, back onto the road. And you are the last people into the city before the gates shut for the night. Does anybody else have anything they want to do before the morning?
I was just gonna say, is the shadow dropping me off at
Yes.
the tavern?
You pop
Shoots and
out
Shout?
the same backyard.
Is Cora passed out now?
Cora
Probably.
is unconscious. She has the bone like tucked under, like her mouth is still on it, and she's got it like tucked under one paw, and her head's on the other paw, and she is happy as a clam.
And then I'll just look back at the shadow and say, same time next time.
See you in 2 weeks.
Will you? If I'm not here, will you know where to find? What if I'm underground? Is it
dark underground?
Very. You're right. You are right. But like, you can just find me anywhere.
If you don't want me to, let me know.
No, I'm not saying I don't. I was more curious. You know what? I'll see you in 2 weeks. Let's put it at that.
Polite bow. Steps into the shadows. And
As he's like stepping back, I'm just gonna say thank you.
And you see a smirk, and the smirk is the last thing to fade.
Then I'm gonna freaking prepare to see what I see in the bar, and I'm gonna open the door.
What's going on inside the bar, guys?
So
Actually, sorry. Can I want to jump to Brandon quick. Brandon, after reading, how much of Evelyn's journal did you read?
Well, before my call, whenever it cut back to me, I was gonna ask to turn to the page where they talk about the witch, if she talks about it.
So you're gonna like read through.
Just a little bit more.
Okay. Because you're gonna have to. It'll take you a little bit of time, and you're gonna lose. So you were about to lose the pass without a trace. So you would definitely lose it as you're starting to flip through. But you start flipping through, and in the pitch darkness, you can still see perfectly fine. Flip through. And it mentions she's only referred to as the witch. And the first entrance is, I met a witch today. It was really neat. I've never met a witch before. She seemed nice. And he goes on, and she talks about how she had just moved into the cottage next door. And no matter, even though they weren't in season, her crops were gorgeous all the time. And it talks about how she and Adam had been married, talking about kids. And how the witch had offered to help with any potions, anything that they needed, she would help with. And there's page after page after page of everything about, like, the witch came over with a poultice when I wasn't feeling great. She mixed up something for me to drink, and it just helped with everything. And then there's a page torn out. And then the rest of the writing, there's a period where it is just like almost unintelligible, just scribblings. And then the next entry, as far as dates from what you can tell, it's about 10 years later. There's an entry. It says, Adam died today. The house caught fire. Don't know how. But he was inside while I was at market. And I don't know what I'm going to do anymore. And that's where that page ends. The next page just says, Adam's alive. And that's all it says. And there is no, as you're reading through, after about probably 30 years, the witch pops up again. Evelyn has a lead on where she is. Looks like she left town after whatever was on the missing page happened. Evelyn has a lead. And she talks to Ergen about it. And Ergen said, be careful what you wish for when you go after her. And then there's a 20-year gap between that entry and her next one. where the line that pops out to you is, they call this city Cormvor. And I guess it's where I live now.
Well, I think that's enough of Evelyn's journal.
Oh, but it was just getting so interesting. Maybe she'll talk more about boys. This Adam character seems to be strange. You have very interesting company you keep.
Well, we didn't really know much about her until right now, so other than that she's a night lady.
Who hunts witches, apparently.
And believes in the Cherry Fairy.
The what now?
Exactly.
So are we just going to stand here creepily all night now that we're done reading, or?
No, I think we should carefully put the notebook back, and we should go back to everyone else.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand check.
Three.
So as you go to put the notebook back, you settling it, you put it down, you pick up the quill, you're pretty sure you've got it back in the right spot. And as you're pulling your arm back, your elbow catches on the armor plating on your elbow catches the blanket and pulls it away. And she wakes up. Give me a stealth check.
At 21.
Or turn of events.
So you freeze. And she still kind of sleepily just like tugs on the blanket and it pops free of your armor. But it doesn't when you were pulling back, you went and it actually closes sort of on your finger rather than clinking on the metal, and it just like there's a gentle like but she doesn't hear it, and she kind of pulls the blanket up, looks around, and then quietly just like settles back. But now she's keeping the blanket in a relative position, but you can see that her eyes are open and she's looking around the room.
I'm gonna try to slowly leave, hopefully.
Okay. As you're starting to move, Dancer's like, do you want to make it so she can't possibly see us?
Well, we're already invisible. We don't need to do anything more to scare her.
All right. Give me a stealth check to leave, please.
Come on, give me something good. I got an 11.
You make your way out without causing... You're pretty sure that you were just like able to backpedal your way out very slowly, very carefully, and make your way back out into the alley. You kick a little bit of garbage up on your way out, but nothing super obvious. And she doesn't get up, she doesn't follow you. She just stays there.
Nice. I'm gonna make my way back to everyone else.
Okay.
Or at least at the bar.
Okay. So Lythar, you're walking. We'll have everybody come back except Thalia comes back at the same time, and you come back, and the front door and the back doors swing open at the same time. And what do they see? What have our three drunken friends gotten up to?
So I'm like sitting right in front of the bar, and I've got like 5 or 6 glasses in front of me, and I'm just gonna turn to Lythar. I'm like, "Hey, Lythar, what's going on, man?"
Ooh, How do the big guys look?
What are A and B doing?
Arguing with who works where and keep drinking.
When
Have we? Is it still about who's cook and who's bartender, or have we moved on to like custodial staff? Like, are we just assigning random jobs to each other?
I'm not doing custodian jobs. That's nope.
So, have you assigned Ronan as custodian?
Nope.
when Lythar walks in, I'm gonna go, you son of a bitch, and I'm gonna like stumble over to him. I'm gonna grab him by the shoulders and be like, "Where's Thalia?"
I'm gonna be like, she's at the college.
I'll pick him up. I'm gonna carry him over to the bar. I'm gonna sit him on the bar. I'm gonna go, "You want a drink?"
Yes.
Lami!
Especially now.
What? What are
Drink!
they do now? Drinks. Another tiny one.
The big
No,
one.
give me a
Big one. Big one. Big
Big
one.
one.
Big
Find
ones
the
are
biggest
not as good.
glass I can.
2 little ones.
Just what?
What?
Yeah.
Big one or 2 little ones?
One big one, 2 little ones. You got
Yeah.
it. Coming right up.
Oh boy, I gotta catch up. Is that what's going on?
I'm gonna find the biggest mug in the bar. I'm gonna pour
Rob-
stuff in it.
Robbie and Thrall. Which one of you guys wants to arrive first?
Oh, I wanted to go in invisible and then appear
Okay.
next to whoever's sitting at the bar. Yeah.
So yeah, you're able to
Let's do
sneak in
Maury.
because everybody's drunk and distracted. So yeah, you're able to sneak up if you want to get like right up in Maury's face and decloak.
No, I just want to sit next to him.
So Maury, all of a sudden, Thrall is sitting next to you in his like dark and red armor, just there.
I'm gonna freak out and just like fall off the back of my stool.
Glass is rolling around on top of the bar.
When the heck did you get there?
Just now.
Thrall, you've got to stop doing that. It's very creepy.
But it's very funny. When you don't get hit in the face, I'm just gonna stare at Ronan.
I'm gonna find a bar fruit and throw it at his face. Like a lime or a lemon or a thing.
Yeah, you there's like half a lime that's kept in the chiller. You just eat at him.
Lami, you're now on that list.
I'm not on any lists.
Oh, is it the killing list? Can it be on the killing list? Can it be on the scaring list? Sorry, we talked about killing. Can he be on the scaring list?
Scaring list, yes.
Skilling.
Skilling. The skilling list.
The
It's
skilling
both.
list is when we scare him, then kill him.
just scare him.
I feel underrepresented in this partnership. I would like my own list.
You can make a list, sure, but we will never act on it.
See, that's not fun. But okay, I'll start a list. Lists. Why are people in your lists?
How does the bar look like compared to what I saw Thalia clean? How is it looking now?
How's it looking, guys?
Messy.
I haven't
We-
destroyed anything.
I'd imagine there's some beer spilled on the bar, and then there's that thing that I flicked into the corner that exploded.
There's
know?
it looks like someone threw like a bomb, and there's just this black residue all over one corner of the bar. There's still another glass with the hockey puck in it, because there were 2, unless you guys did something with that one.
Which would be like,
Okay.
guys, Thalia's gonna kill you.
Shh. Drink.
She'll never notice it's not that dirty.
As Ronan,
You should try this, and I'm gonna hand him the puck.
Yeah, eat that. See what happens.
yeah, how do I drink this? You eat it?
You eat it.
Just
It's
eat
a
it.
delicacy.
Yeah, just take a big old chunk, the whole thing. Just
Pop it in your mouth like a cherry. and
It's
just eat it.
it's a little too big to pop the whole thing in your mouth. If you broke it in half, or you could definitely take a bite out of it.
I'll take a bite.
Okay. It's been sitting out long enough. It just tastes like charcoal at this point. Like it just tastes like just burnt grossness.
I'm just like, That's not very good, bartenders. Oh,
Your
Here, drink
tongue,
this. I'm just handing it over.
as he's talking to you, his tongue and teeth are stained black.
oh.
But as he takes the drink, some of it starts to like wash away, but for the most part, like he's still just like completely black on the inside of his mouth.
You guys are gonna pay for that. I'm gonna have to get rid of this.
You can't see the inside of your mouth.
It's also like it has stained your fingers from where you picked it up.
I'm
and
sure
that
I
stain
can
is
just
not coming off.
taste
It's
straight up
coating the
charcoal.
inside of your
Yeah.
mouth.
I'm gonna like chug the one beer, run and put it in my face, and then
Good.
Another
Ronan,
one. Another
how,
one.
How
Another
much
one.
have you? Okay, how much have you boys had to drink?
Enough that you need another one.
That's what I expected.
And I feel like that's an excellent point for Robbie to re-enter the conversation. Robbie, you swing the door open as he looks toothless and tongueless. Lythar is asking how many beers the Goliath, who is drunkenly handing him yet another beer, has had. And everyone in this room, with the exception of Thrall, seems to be out of their gourd.
Excellent. And I will walk over and I will just pull out a beer for every single person and just start setting it in front of them. Just kind of walk down the bar.
Guys, Robbie brought beer.
Thanks, Robbie, but I don't drink.
And then I get to the end and I look up at everybody that is standing there. Friends. Comrades?
Whatever we are.
My squad. We may die tomorrow,
Sounds like an excellent time for a drink then.
but let us enjoy tonight. And I am happy that when I woke up, you greeted me. Enjoy tonight. And then any point for the rest of the night, I'm handing a beer to anybody that asks.
Hey!
See, Robbie, I won't be happy until Thrall is drunk.
Come on. I promise I'll behave.
Oh, I never thought about that. Oh no.
Everything,
Oh
I
no.
promise I'll behave. I've never
I'm
been
going
drunk
to-
before, and I kind of want to try it.
I'm not gonna drink. I'm gonna do the whole like, yeah, keep tossing it back. Just act drunk.
There is a increasingly large pile of smoking beer on the floor behind Thrall. Because even when it's on the floor, there's just this smoke wafting off of it.
Oh, he's gonna be pissed.
In my fear of Thalia, I'm gonna start drunkenly trying to clean things, but it's
'Cause
not
that ends
very
well.
well.
You're using like a beer-soaked rag to clean off like the smudge, and you're only just making it into a paste, and just like you're now smearing it like mud all across this wall. It is not going well for you. It is a bad time, but you think you're doing an amazing job helping.
Oh, good.
And so in the wee hours of the morning, everyone makes their way to bed. And far off in Vint, a large, tawny wolf is seen walking past some gravestones and sniffing at a small mound of dirt. And then it curls around it and lays down and falls asleep.
I was worried it was gonna eat it for a second.
And that's where we will wrap for today.
Why?
Because he loves to torture you.
I was like,
Because
please,
I am a terrible person.
please tell
We
me
talked about that
I
earlier
walk
today.
in the morning. I walk in the morning, and you're all just like passed out in the main room.
That's where I thought you were going with that.
Right.
No, well,
Orc and the robot.
yeah, the sober orc.
Robbie's
and the
just
robot.
sitting in the middle of everything, passing out beer still. Everybody's just
they're just they're stacked on top of each other. Here's beer. Like there's just towers of beer. Thrall has actually taken to setting them up on top of the unconscious people and seeing how many beers he can stack on Ronan's head. The answer is 14.
I'm sitting there holding them.
Just like
finally it comes in like
you've got a perfect tower on top of Ronan. But cool. So we will pick up next week. I thought we were going to get to the door today, but there was a whole lot of fucking awesome RP, and I was all about it.
Happens.
Which was great. So I think we ran. I don't know if we ran long or if it was we did have a slightly later start, but I will let people head out. But thanks for watching, everybody, and see y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye.